Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Rev Games Academy. And today we're diving into something super exciting, simulating realistic gravity and making objects fall naturally in Unity. Whether you're working on a physics-based game or just want to make your objects interact more realistically with gravity, this video is definitely for you. Let's jump right in. All right, let's dive into something exciting, Unity's default gravity. It's already at work behind the scenes, pulling objects down, but you might not notice it right away. Every object with a rigid body attached is automatically affected by gravity unless we decide to change it. To check out the magic, head over to Edit, click on Project Settings, and then go to Physics. At the top, you'll notice the gravity set to 0, minus 9.81. 0. That's Earth's gravity in action, pulling things downward. Pretty cool, right? Now, let's have some fun. Change the gravity value to minus 20 and hit play. Wow! The cube falls much faster, as if gravity's been cranked up on Earth to twice its normal strength. Let's get even crazier. Change the gravity to 10 and hit play again. Hold on tight. You will notice the cube shoots upwards like it's defying gravity. It's like we've entered anti-gravity mode. Isn't that amazing? With just a small tweak, you can completely transform how objects behave in your game. Now you can simulate environments like the Moon, Mars, or even create zero-gravity space missions with ease. And it's really crazy stuff, right? Okay, now taking gravity to the next level in Unity. All right, let's step it up a notch and explore gravity like never before. What if you wanted objects to fall differently, like a leaf gently floating down while a rock crashes to the ground? You know how in real life, if you drop a leaf and a rock from the same height, they fall at different speeds? Let's recreate that in Unity. With Unity's rigid body properties, this is super easy to achieve. By adjusting parameters like drag and angular drag, you can control how objects interact with gravity. Drag slows down the object's motion, making it feel like it's falling through air or water. And the angular drag affects how the object resists rotation. Okay, let's test it out, how it can work. All right, we've already created a cube in our scene, so let's imagine that cube as a rock. Now, to make things more interesting, let's create another object this time. Click the plus icon and select 3D Object and create Sphere. Great. Now, let's rename this sphere to Leaf to help us visualize the difference between a heavy rock and a light leaf. Now, let's add a rigid body to the leaf object. Go to the inspector, click on Add Component, search for rigid body, and add it. Then, set the drag value to 10. This higher drag value will slow down the fall, giving the leaf that gentle, floating motion as it falls. Hit play and watch the magic unfold. The leaf gently floats down, swaying as if carried by the wind, while the rock falls quickly, mimicking its natural, heavy descent. And now you can experiment with this setting. What happens if you set the drag to 50? These tweaks are a great way to create unique effects. Now, let's talk about what happens when objects hit the ground. Do they bounce, slide, or come to a complete stop? This is where physics materials come into play. Physics materials allow you to control the bounciness and friction of objects, giving you the power to create realistic or exaggerated interactions. Now, let's create a physics material. Go to the project window and click the plus icon and select physics material from the list. Yeah, the material is ready. In the inspector, you'll notice the physics material properties. Set the bounciness value to a high number, such as 1. Now, simply drag and drop this physics material onto the collider component of your rock object. Time to test it out. Hit play and see what happens. Cool, right? Your rock object bounces off the ground like a real rubber ball. It's amazing. Okay, let's try yourself to adjusting the values to create different effects. What happens when you set bounciness to 0 or reduce friction? Play around and discover how physics materials can make your objects behave in unique and realistic ways. All right, that's it for today's video. We've explored how to make objects fall naturally in Unity, adjust their behavior using drag and angular drag, and bring them to life with physics materials for bouncing and sliding effects. From tweaking gravity to experimenting with air resistance, we've seen how small changes can create dramatic differences in how objects interact. And don't forget the fun we had making objects bounce like rubber balls or slide smoothly with just a few clicks. Now it's your turn. Play around with these settings and let your creativity run wild. Have questions or ideas? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear about your experiments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next video. Thanks for watching.